It was March 2020, the start of the pandemic, and everybody had to work from home, including me. My wife was a teacher, so she could go to the schools to give school lessons to the children, and my kids were at the daycare. So I was left alone at the kitchen table with my laptop, getting really comfortable, and the lines between work and private life really were blurred because when my kids and my wife came home, my laptop was still at the dinner table and there was no real difference anymore. Every day became the same. And because every day became the same, it became boring really quick. So, me and my wife, we wanted to make every day feel special. So, what did we choose? We chose to go and celebrate every night with chips and alcohol. For me, beers. For my wife, it was the wines. And we chose short term gratification because every day was the same. We wanted to end it special. But every day we woke up with regret. Still the taste of Doritos in my mouth, headaches from the beers, and when I looked in the mirror, I wasn't happy. So I knew deep down inside this was not sustainable and it needed to change. The realization for change came later on in the pandemic where me, my wife, and my kids had a weekend off at the bungalow park. We were swimming at the swimming pool, and then I walked by at the mirror and I looked at myself and I really was ashamed because I used to be this very fit, thin guy, and now in the mirror I saw this fat dude, not in shape, and I thought by myself, is this me? Is this the example I want to set for my children that are now swimming with me in the swimming pool? And I really started to feel shame. So at this point, this thing sparked in my mind that change needed to happen, and it started. So, what I started to do is removing all distractions from my life. So, I started removing social media, started removing all the bad things to really make sure I was not tempted anymore. And that was really a good start. But what happens when you do this? A new empty space is created within you, and that space needs to be filled. So, what happens to the empty void that gets created without new good habits to fill it up? Indeed, they get filled up with the old bad habits again. So, we got back to the movie nights with the chips and beers. I got back to the PlayStation. I got back on social media. Coming back to late night sleep again. Feeling bad when I woke up with regrets. Everything came back. So the first attempt of bettering my life failed. But I wasn't giving up that easy because I really wanted to make a change. So I created new habits to fill up the void we created earlier. And I started the 75 hard challenge, which gave me structure, which gave me uh, 2 times of training I needed to do every day, book I needed to read. So every day, the, the time and the void I created by removing the old bad habits got filled with the habits from the 75 hard challenge. So that was a really good replacement. And also, when I got into the good habits, I started creating. A few weeks into the 75 hard challenge, there were so many insights for me. There was so much progress I wanted to share it with the world because I got improvements in my personal life. I got improvements in my work life. There was so much stuff I wanted to tell the world. So I started to write articles about it. And my only goal was that if only one person would read it, and would be helped with the advice, I would be fine. Here we are, 3 years later, moved from writing articles about self improvement to making videos about it. And I still do the 75 hard challenge now and then, and all my bad habits have been replaced with good ones. There is no more late night binge watching Netflix shows with Doritos and beers. There is no more late night gaming sessions. There's almost no alcohol anymore and no junk food. There are gym sessions every day, walking outside every day, and reading books. And to be honest, it sounds a bit boring, but this stuff has brought me a lot. First of all, I feel great, my career is going well, I'm in a new house, we considered a third child, which brings us a lot of joy, and most importantly, my wife and my kids can look up to me and can be proud of me. And that is something I want for you as well. And I know the self improvement path is hard. You get knocked down sometimes. I still do. And you need to get back up again. So if you need a little push to get back up, let this video be your inspiration.